Okay, so we are going to get started beading. And the very first bit that we're going to start with is that starting portion of the rosary. When we have Our Father, 3 Hail Marys, Glory Be. And I have accent beads to use with that. And I also am going to try, in addition to the accent beads, to just have these like collar beads. I don't know what the correct word for these things are. They're just little extras. Pretty little extras. Let's see if they even fit on my elastic first. Where's the hole for this thing? Okay, they fit. Success. And then we have Our Father, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, for faith, for hope, for love. And then a Glory Be. And we'll put one of these little collar beads on again. Okay, and that's our starting set. That's pretty. I like that. I almost wish I'd put collar beads on the insides. Yep, wish I did that. Okay, so let's take these off. Stick that right there. So we need an extra collar bead. And then our 3 Hail Marys. Now the good part about this is I sort of figure out these design elements at the start here, and then I don't have to figure it out again. We're just going to keep repeating the same pattern. All right, 1, 2, 3. Collar bead. Glory Be. And then another collar bead. All right. Okay, so that is our set now, and I like that better. Okay. I want a clip just to put on the end of this so that I don't lose any beads off the back end. Done that before, and that's not a fun pickup game. Okay, on to the first decade. So we're going to do 10 Hail Marys right out the gate here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing 1. Always double check that you have 10 beads in your decades. Always, always. Okay. And then we're going to do the same pattern. Collar bead. Accent bead. Collar bead. Good thing we've got a gazillion of those. Very good. And on to decade number 2. And you're just going to keep stringing. All right, and we're going to double check that we've got 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Collar bead. Accent bead. Collar bead. And we're on to decade 3. I think we might make it. I think we might have plenty of room for 5 decades. Okay, double check. 4, 3, and 3. This is how I just check by sight. If I have a set of 4 and 2 sets of 3, I have 10. It's easy for my brain. All right, I need a couple more of these guys. Let's not get overexcited. Collar bead. Accent bead. And another collar bead. So glad I put that clamp on the end. Otherwise, we'd be doing this twice. Should also make sure I have enough slack on the other end. Okay. Very pretty. All right, that brings us to decade 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it. Decade 4. Now, if you're a speedy rosary prayer, you could pray this as you make them. I have tried to do that in the past, and I can't count and pray at the same time. It ends up getting very messy and confusing, and so I pray with these after I make them. If I make you a rosary, you can be guaranteed that that rosary has been prayed over by me for you, whoever you are that will eventually own and use this rosary. What number are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's make sure. 4, 3 and 3. And then this is going to be our last middle set. Collar bead. Accent bead. And then another collar bead. And then we're going to do our last decade. Hopefully, this is going to be plenty of room. I don't know if plenty is going to be it. All right. 1, 2. I'm nervous. I'm not even going to have enough beads. Who planned this project? 3, 4. I'll also say that when I have beads like this that are not all the same, they all have different coloration, I try not to think at all about how I'm choosing them. I just choose them completely at random out of the jar and trust that they're going to show up in the order that they're meant to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, I really cut it close there. 8, 9, and 10. Let's make sure. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now we have, these are not going to be easy to scooch. Scooch, scooch. All right, so we have that starting set of beads for the rosary. And then we have all 5 decades, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can just pray them right along in a circle as many times as you'd like. And this is the tricky, tricky, tricky part that I always hate, tying it. So you're going to tie a regular overhand knot tight. Tie it tight. There should be no slack in your beads. I'm even going to stretch the elastic a tiny bit. Okay. And then you're going to tie a second knot with 3 overhands. This is called a surgeon's knot. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. You got to try to hold everything tight while you do this. And that's the hard part. Okay, so you're going to go over once, over twice, over 3 times, and then pull that puppy tight. Pull on your beads, pull on your elastic. Make sure everything is tightened together. And then the way this is worn is as a double wrap. We're going to cut this and get it sorted here in a second. All right, so let's cut these ends. And then I'm going to try to hide this knot inside. Oh yeah, I think it's going to go in this bead. Aha! Just pop it right inside that bead, and now you can't see it anymore. And then the last thing that I put on my rosary bracelets, I'm so sorry, beads. I'm going to put you away in 1 second. I'm going to grab a tiny lobster clasp. And we have this charm, this cross charm. When I do these, I usually ask if there is a patron saint that I can try to find the medal for. But this particular client just wanted the cross. And I've got these pliers that need to be replaced. Oh, come on now. When you do jump rings, you want to stretch them forward to back. I'm going to put the lobster clasp on and put it back like nothing ever happened. Work with me here, pliers. Can't get them to open, can't get them to close. Okay, just stay. There we go. Okay, now let them go. All right, and then you have this adorable little charm that you can use. Where's the start of my rosary? That you can use to keep track of where you are. So if you start your rosary and you only get through one decade, you can take your little charm. I suppose you just have to remember which direction you're going in. Stick it at the beginning of your next decade, and then you can keep going the next time you have time. And it looks beautiful, a little charm on your bracelet. And there you have a full 5-decade rosary bracelet that you can pray with and wear. You can find these on my Etsy shop. You can send me a message and ask for any custom design that you would like. I would be happy to make it for you. Links to everything's in the description. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.